Hello and welcome to another Ragged Beer Review. Today we're reviewing from Grreat Newsome Brewery based in the Hull area of the world. It's their Holderness Dark, which is described as a strong mild at 4.3%. Bought this from a message in the bottle in Cleethorpes, lovely bottle shop, real ale, craft beer shop slash pop-up bar at the weekends. Really busy, massive support for the little place. Gotta be honest, I thought they had 6 cask lines on, or maybe keg lines, but regardless, fantastic place. And so here we go. It's been a while since I've had a Grreat Newsome Brewery beer. I do remember having the gem one. Is that the licorice stout? Years ago now. And it was one of the reasons that I went up to Lincolnshire. One of the reasons I was, one of the breweries I was looking for when I went there. And then thankfully, I bought all the beers that Message in a Bottle actually had on from them. So there is some writing on the back, so I will read the writing. Holderness Dark is a modern take on a traditional beer style. Mild in character, deep chestnut in colour, with aromas of sweet roast malt and grassy hops. Pronounced chocolate and malty and hazelnut flavours produce an exceptionally easy drinking dark beer. Great with chocolate. 4.3%. So there we go. I've just come off a lovely afternoon in Beeston. I've been to the Star Inn, had a pint in there. Crown Inn, had 3 pints in there. And had a cracking afternoon. Had some amazing cask and craft beer. And it's what we live for, isn't it? We live for a little bit of at the weekends, or when we're not at work, a little bit of life, chatting, a little bit of talking, a nice bit of beer, obviously. And it's what makes the world, a better place sometimes at the weekend. So here we go. We'll pour it in, we'll froth it up, get it nice and active. So yeah, chestnut in colour, a big white head on there. That was intentional. Yeah, and most of the time it's not intentional, but sometimes it is intentional. And this time it was actually intentional. So yeah, a brewery that I've had fond regard for a long time. Make no mistake about it. I've had their beers before, and here we go. Yeah. So that chestnut pour, certainly evident. Chestnut, you may call it amber, with the white head. And certainly malty and chocolate on the nose. Ooh, bless you. And it's tasting nice as well. So I'm not sure if Hull is actually Lincolnshire or is it in Yorkshire. I assume it's Yorkshire, to be fair. I will have a look at the back of the bottle. That'll tell me more. Yeah, East Yorkshire. At Grreat Newsome Farm, South Frodingham, Winstead, Hull in East Yorkshire. HU12 ONR, United Kingdom. And plus 44 01964 612201 is the phone number. GreatNewsomeBrewery.co.uk. Distributio in Italia da www.beergate.it, which is a standard thing for a lot of breweries these days, to have a European address, just to get past some of the complexities of post-Brexit. I actually agree with Brexit, but it's not been done properly. But whether we agree with it or not, we can all agree that it was not done properly in any way, shape, or form. The ineptness of this government is absolutely unbelievable, but there we go. So yes, It's nice to be back on a trad beer for a change. And from a cracking brewery, Grreat Newsome Brewery. I would love to see their beers on cask in Nottingham. And I might do a prod to some local pubs that do tap takeovers, because I feel that their range of beers would be fantastic over down here in the Nottingham area. And you know, pubs forget that breweries exist. And if there's something that Raggy's Beer Reviews is all about, is making sure that you bloody don't forget. And I mean, I'd love, you know, certain breweries to get to Nottingham and get into the pubs of Nottingham. For smaller breweries, it's obviously a lot harder, you know, but still, it would be interesting. And yeah, and there's a brewery in question, and I'll be delivering my manifesto to that person in question at some stage, and you know, seeing what we can do, be it on keg or in cask. Yeah, it would be interesting. Fun. Brings me to an idea. If I'd borrow some casks from local breweries to take up to a brewery to fill them with his beer, for me to bring it back, the legal side of things is done. I just be like a delivery driver, and bring it back to a Nottingham pubs, and to do a bit of a tap takeover in those pubs with those beers, and that would be an interesting thing. No, it could happen, couldn't it? And you know, it's only talking to local empties over, and you know, there's an interesting thought in my mind about that, and I just need to put that thought out there to any breweries who've got a bit of extra cask availability. The bigger breweries will, smaller breweries not a chance. But even so, very interesting. So, gotta be honest, it's tasted lovely. Chocolatey, easy drinking, mild, malty chocolatey, you know. And like I say, I've never seen these on cask in Nottingham. Whether they deliver this far is another thing. Obviously, certain breweries only stick to their part of the world. In bottle form, obviously, it can go wider. For obvious reasons, you know. But it would be lovely to see the Lincolnshire beer down in Nottingham. And I mean, me personally, I'd love to see, well, Lincolnshire, East Yorkshire rather. I'll get there in the end, you know. I've had a beer this afternoon, well, a few. I've literally done 9 beer reviews while I've been out. So, you know, cranking them beer reviews up. I'll never get through my beer reviews, because when you're drinking halves and thirds, you can crank up the beer reviews, and everybody's used to it now. The people I drink with, they're all used to me just doing beer reviews, albeit small beer reviews, not a long beer. I don't do long beer reviews while I'm out drinking now, for obvious reasons. It takes people's time up, but still, yeah. Funny thing is, I need to grab my mates from Mansfield and get them back into Nottingham to do a bit of a beer crawl around Nottingham at some stage. So, tasting really well. A lovely, straight down the middle, strong mild, as it were. 4.3% chocolatey, easy drinking. A good 4.2 out of 5 for me. Grreat Newsome Brewery. Cheers.